Men, listen closely, because what I'm about to say will make a lot of people uncomfortable. There are hidden signs about a woman's past, signs she will never admit, signs society will shame you for even noticing, but every man must understand them if he wants to protect his future. And before we go deeper, if you're new here, hit subscribe to Stoic Power Codes, because we speak the truth men aren't supposed to speak, but absolutely need to hear. Now, let's open the first loop. There are patterns in female behavior that don't lie. You might think her past doesn't matter, but her past creates her habits. Her habits create her expectations, and her expectations create your lifestyle. I'm going to give you 7 hidden signs, and the final one is the one men fear the most. Stay with me. Sign 1. She gets bored fast, too fast. One of the first things I learned in my 20s, back when I was figuring out women the hard way, was this. Some women don't just lose interest, they rotate interest. They're addicted to novelty, to attention, to stimulation. When a woman has been with a lot of men, she gets used to the dopamine cycle of new guy, new emotion, new adventure. So, when she enters something stable, something calm, something real, she feels empty. I used to think I was doing something wrong, but no, I was simply competing with her past. A woman like this gets bored even when you're doing everything right. And boredom is not an emotion. It's a sign of a high-mileage romantic history. But the next sign is even more telling, because it's something she can't hide, even if she tries. Sign 2. She talks about exes with zero emotional charge. This one shocked me the first time I noticed it. There was a girl I used to deal with. I remember sitting with her at this rooftop place after work. I asked something simple, something harmless, like, "So, how long was your last relationship?" She answered instantly. No pause, no emotion, no hesitation. It sounded like she was reading names off a grocery list. That's when it hit me. When a woman has had many experiences, each one loses value. Each man becomes a file in a cabinet, a category, a memory without weight. A woman who has slept with just 1 or 2 men in her lifetime speaks differently. There's emotional residue, there's a tone, there's caution. But when there's been many, everything is casual. Everything is not that deep. And when love stops being deep, commitment stops being real. Let's open the next loop, because this third sign is where most men lie to themselves. Sign 3. She over-sexualizes everything. When a woman has been extremely active in her past, it shows in how quickly she turns things sexual. She makes sexual jokes early. She gets comfortable with intimacy early. She doesn't flinch at certain conversations. Nothing shocks her. And here's what experience taught me. If she treats intimacy as easy, she treats loyalty as optional. Stoicism teaches discipline, restraint, control. A woman who has spent years giving her body away without restraint struggles deeply with any form of discipline, even emotional discipline. This is not judgment. This is psychology. And what comes next is the sign that men ignore because they mistake it for confidence. End quote. Sign 4. She has a strange pride in being different from other women. Whenever a woman says, "I'm not like other girls. I'm very open-minded. I don't judge anyone. I've lived life," she's indirectly telling you something. People who haven't done much in life don't have to justify themselves. But people with a complicated romantic history, they build a personality shield around it. I remember someone telling me with a straight face, "I've had experiences, but that has nothing to do with the woman I am today." When someone says that, it always has something to do with the person they are today. Your past is not separate from you. Your past shapes you. Your past follows you. Your past predicts you. And the next sign is where things get even clearer. Sign 5. She avoids certain questions or laughs them off. This is one of the biggest tells. When a woman avoids, how many relationships have you had? Have you ever cheated? What ended your last relationships? What do you look for in a man? She's not protecting your feelings. She's protecting her image. Women who have lived calmly, slowly, carefully. Don't panic at questions. They don't hide. They don't deflect. They don't giggle and change the subject like it's a joke. But I've seen it many times. Ask the right question. Watch her face change. Watch her posture shift. Watch the mask slip for half a second. I've learned to pay attention to the things people don't answer, because the truth is always hiding between the lines. But sign 6, this is the one that stings the most, because it affects you directly. Sign 6. She can't pair bond deeply. Here's the uncomfortable truth psychologists don't say loudly. Pair bonding, the ability to attach deeply to one partner, weakens with the number of emotional and sexual bonds someone has formed. It's like tape. The more you peel it off and reattach it, the less it sticks. I learned this the hard way. I once dated someone who treated relationships like phases. She was close, then distant, loving, then cold, attached, then detached. It wasn't trauma. It wasn't confusion. It was simply that she had bonded and broken so many times. She couldn't stay with anything for long. A woman who cannot pair bond will make you feel like you're never enough, not because you're lacking, but because her emotional capacity has been stretched and drained by her past. But the final sign, this is the one most men ignore until it's too late. Don't miss this. Sign 7, the final and most important one. She treats good men like they're replaceable. When a woman has been with too many men, especially low-quality ones, she loses the ability to value a stable, loyal, grounded masculine presence. A good man becomes boring. Consistency becomes predictable. Loyalty becomes bare minimum. Respect becomes optional. And here's what scars most men. A woman with a heavy past appreciates chaos more than peace. Because chaos is what she's used to. Peace feels foreign. Peace feels uncomfortable. Peace feels wrong. I realized this the day I walked away from someone who kept mistaking my calmness for weakness. That's when I finally understood. You cannot teach someone to value what they've never taken seriously. The Stoic lesson. A woman's past is not about body count. It's about her patterns, her emotional discipline, her ability to bond, her ability to respect, her relationship with loyalty, her relationship with self-control, her relationship with responsibility. Stoicism teaches, do not judge people, judge patterns. And patterns do not lie. The payoff. Here's the truth. Most men don't want to accept. You can love a woman deeply. You can treat her right. You can give her your time, your energy, your heart. But you cannot overwrite the blueprint created by her past. Some women are capable of deep love. Some are capable of deep loyalty. Some are capable of true commitment. But some are only capable of temporary emotion. Know the difference. Protect yourself and lead with clarity, not desperation. Final message. If this hit you, let it sharpen you, not harden you. Become a man of standards. A man of awareness, a man who sees clearly without bitterness, without hate, without fear, a man grounded in stoic masculinity. And if you want more brutally honest, psychologically deep lessons like this, subscribe to Stoic Power Codes, because this is where men come to level up.